following me now? No amount of Moses' lecture, are you with me, or annual, whatever, will make up for what the atmosphere can do. So the first thing is this forever and ever. That is that very Shekinah presence of God. Did you follow me carefully at all now? Are you still with me? So by default, don't ever forget what I said to you again. Every life requires its lifestyle. Every life is learned. The supernatural life is learned. The supernatural life is what? It is your nature, but you must be taught. It is your nature, but you must be what? If you don't understand what I share with you, you are going to be in a gross error. Let me show you the error. By default now, there are certain set of people that believe that you do not marry so that you are going to be more spiritual. Do you understand now? They believe your transcendency, your ascendancy, as it were, is going to be accurate when you are not married. So once you do not marry now, there are certain levels of operation that are at the fiber of real man that you're going to be able to exhibit, which is a fallacy, is a lie. Mankind was not brought a helpmeet or wife in the fallen state. Are you following me carefully? It was when it was in its prime with God that a woman was introduced. Can you see that at all now? So by default, in every sense of respect, whatever religion, we begin to see now that marriage is one of the supernatural lifestyle to be lived. If you don't understand this, after this series, we need to sit down and begin to take some subject head one after the other from this standpoint. Do you understand what I'm trying to do right now? If you don't understand, you have learned marriage from the fallen life dimension. That is why our approach will never please God. No matter what you try to do, what you do, heaven will repel these things because you are attempting them from the fallen dimension. Are you following me at all? And I said the disclaimer is so important last week. And you need to remember this like forever. I told you in this realm is when you said the supernatural is a realm above the what? The natural. In the real realm, where it happens is your nature. It's not the realm above anything else. So I think one of the things this series should do to you is get you into a state where you no longer see things from this realm. It says set your heart on things that are what? Above. It is from that realm you see precisely and accurately. You have never judged certain circumstances accurately before in your life. Just admit it. I know you are 35. I know you are 40. You have never for once judged somebody rightly before. Because where you see them from is this fallen realm. Do you understand what I'm trying to say at all? So people actually see marriage from this fallen realm. In this fallen realm, I bet you marriage is mostly just to make children. Are you listening to me at all? That thing they used to tell you in church is from the fallen realm, because after all the fall, then they have to make Cain, they have to make what? Abel, then they have to make who? I hope you don't understand what I'm saying wrongly. I'm not saying they will not still procreate. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But there was more than procreation first. There was a mandate a woman had to be trained for. What were they doing that they did not get pregnant all this while before? Does it make some sense now? A deletion and an abruption in this flow, the supernatural life. Now, there is nothing to do with this woman. He gave her a name and said, you will be called Eve, the mother of all living. Does it make some sense at all? And then all of the things that began to happen, I hope you follow me carefully at all. And then first child, then God has given me a man. And we get there in the afternoon. By default, they thought that Cain would be the one to at least achieve what Adam fell from. Makes some sense at all. But then the prophecy was not the seed from the woman, the man. Do you understand that it's the seed from the what? From the woman. I hope you're following me carefully. So by default, every of Satan's attack is just to bring you outside of a what? Of a lifestyle. You are going through that attack right now. It's just that it comes in every generation in its interesting factor. Let me give you an instance. I know you love God, but when you hear certain kind of whatever orientation, there could be music, there could be words, they make you feel good. I don't know if you understand. It makes something come so sweet about you. I know you're a believer, but you still do like this when nobody's watching you. You feel cheated that you cannot dance this dance. You feel cheated that you cannot live this life. You feel cheated that you can't date two people. You feel cheated that you can't have a boyfriend and live your life. It's an attack. What devil is doing is trying to culture in a realm where you will never be able to live anything that God said concerning your life. We used to think, listen to me carefully, we used to think that if we're going to fulfill destiny in life, you just do some things like God is an idol. You do some sacrifice or some seed, just work for God, and God, I must do this now and I must live the way I like. But unfortunately, where God is taking you to, there is a character to be built for that effectual result. Do you understand now? And so that character formation in itself is highly spiritual. It's supernatural as it were. So God creates realms that facilitate all of this reality. For certain people, they have drifted so far. God will attach them to families. He said that He's going to attach the desolate to what? To families. This family there is not nuclear or extended. It's a church. So for some people, God caused them to be grafted to certain ministries. They're grafted to certain whatever because it's a system to augment them. It is how they have a culture that will actually, nurture the nature that they have for a future that God has for them. Did you follow me carefully at all? So the supernatural life is not that kind of life that we preach that is not accurate, and we make people think it's all about disappearing the world and it's all about telling those stuff. You shifting the world. You put off candles with your hand. You use your touch to put off devices. These things are not some new things anybody does anywhere in quote. If you've been around for a while here, but the point there is this: as it were, the supernatural life is actually your hand in mind. The whole idea of the supernatural is to empower you enough to be able to become all that God has said concerning you. Admit it once and for all. You cannot become destiny if you are not supernatural. Ask our parents. They will let you know you can't do it by power, nor by might. They only learned it when they were 65. And now it's too late. Because the life has to be learned. Do you get my point at all now? The life has to be what?
We believe you are greatly blessed. To connect with the ministry and get more from us, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Telegram at The Covenant of Life. To get more of our messages, visit our website www.clblogs.org or www.thecovenantoflife.com. For questions and inquiries, call 234-703-657-1701. You matter to us.